Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Next Level Her podcast. I'm your girl, Pauline, and this is a space where real journeys, real growth, and real you come to life, the spiritual and personal growth. All right, and today's topic, we're diving into something that can make or break your success in life, which is showing up. Show up, y'all. Showing up, okay? How often do we let fear, self doubt, or even exhaustion keep us from stepping into the moments that matter, right? You guys remember a couple of episodes back where I talked about fear and self doubt? How often do we allow it to stop us from showing up? Today, we're going to explore why showing up is so important, the benefit it brings to both your personal and professional life, and how it transforms you into the next version of yourself. Hey, we got to get to our next level, okay? And if we're going to get to our next level, we have to show up. So let's get into why showing up is important. Showing up is more than just being physically present. Y'all remember last week? No, not last week. I believe 2 episodes ago where I talked about my experience about going to an event. That episode, I talked about don't let him win. And I was talking about my struggles, how I struggle with showing up at that event, an event I paid for, and then I was struggling with showing up. Although I didn't want to show up, I showed up anyway at that event. But the biggest fight when I got there was just working on not just being physically present. So you have to be more than just there, right? It's important that you're being engaged in what's going on, being willing and being consistent, being willing to participate in different things while you're there. So let me ask you this. How many opportunities have you missed because you talked yourself out of showing up? I almost missed that opportunity for myself because I was talking to myself real hard about not going. I was trying to talk myself out of it, but I pushed through. But think about it. How many opportunities have you missed? Whether it was a networking event or a business opportunity or even just showing up for yourself in moments of self-care. How are you doing with that? The truth is, success isn't about talent alone. Y'all know that. I know that. Trust me, I know. It's really about consistency, resilience, and courage. The people who make it to the next level aren't necessarily the most skilled. They're the ones who show up even when they don't feel like it, even when they don't feel ready, but they still show up. I remember when I struggled with showing up, but I showed up anyway. So y'all remember, did you hear the last episode that I did with Wisdom Gives 2? So let me give you a little bit background on Wisdom Gives 2. So last year, I went to an event that I said I was going to show up for. Now, this is a different event than the one I previously talked about 2 episodes ago. I went to that event. Now, this event was out of state, so it was even a little bit more difficult to show up. But hey, I said I was going to go, so I stuck to my word, and I went. And at the event, I had the amazing opportunity to meet Kim Coles, who is St. Clair from Living Single. Y'all remember that TV show? We are living single. Ooh, a 90s kind of world. I'm glad I got my girls. Keep your head up. What? Keep your head. Okay, I'm not going to sing the whole thing, but I met her. And it's funny because a friend came with me to this event, and she encouraged me like, hey, let's go meet her. She's here. Might as well go meet her. Yeah, I remember I said, I'm shy. I don't just walk up to people and be like, hey. I don't just walk up to people and be like, hey, girl. So my friend encouraged me, hey, Let's go say hi. Let's go talk to her. Let's go get pictures and stuff. So we did. And that's how I met her. And we found out she was working on this project, and we got in on the project, which is the Wisdom Gifts book. So if you have not watched my last episode, definitely go watch it. I have Kim Cole and other ladies collaborated and put together put our stories in the Wisdom Gifts too. So definitely go grab that book. If you would like to see what it's all about, go grab you a copy. I would truly appreciate it. You can go on wisdom website wisdomgiftswithpauline.com to grab you a copy of the book. I would truly appreciate your support. But I showed up to that event, and can you imagine if I didn't show up? I wouldn't have the opportunity to meet Kim Coles. I wouldn't have the opportunity to hop on this project with her and birth this amazing book, Wisdom Gifts. So with me showing up, it changed things for me. It changed things in my personal life and in my professional life. So showing up for me at that event, I benefited so much from it because a lot of amazing things, including the book, came out of showing up at that event. So think about the ways that you can show up even when you do not feel like it. There's so many benefits for just showing up for yourself, showing up for your business, and I had an opportunity to experience that. So let's talk about the benefits of showing up. First, opportunities. I had the opportunity to meet Miss St. Clair from Living Single herself, okay? Kim Coles. I had the opportunity to meet her. You never know who you'll meet or what doors will open just because you were in the room. And because I was in the room, I was able to connect with her and then work on this amazing project that birthed this amazing book. Second, growth. When you show up, it stretches you to go to the next level. It pushes you beyond your comfort zone and help you build resilience and confidence. Baby, did I get some confidence after that event? Yes. First of all, the event was a business event, so I definitely learned and took lots of gems back that I can implement in my business. I met Miss Kim Coles, and then I was able to work on the book anthology with her. Third, trust. Trust is another benefit of showing up, whether it's with your audience, clients, or even yourself. Consistency builds trust. So for me showing up, it just showed myself that, hey, I can trust myself to show up. And of course, with the more than the benefits, I was able to get some extra things in there, right? People start to depend on you and you start believing in yourself more. So it's important that you show up. And just by me showing up and being at that event, it has impacted my business and my personal growth. Now, let's look at a biblical example where this individual showed up and benefited, right? So, a perfect example of the power of showing up is found in the Bible with the story of Ruth. Y'all remember the story of Ruth? Have y'all read the full story? I love that story. Ruth was a Moabite woman who, after losing her husband, chose to show up for her mother-in-law, Naomi. And instead of returning to her own people, she stayed with Naomi. She followed Naomi to Bethlehem, committing to stand by her side, saying, "Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Where your people will be, my people. Where your people will be, my people, and your God, my God." Yes. So that was in Ruth 1 through chapter 1, verse 16. Because Ruth showed up in faith and obedience, because listen, when Naomi gave her instructions, she obeyed. She followed what she said. She didn't ask, but what if not, nothing, okay? She showed up and she had faith. She found favor while working in the field of Boaz, a wealthy landowner, and eventually Boaz married her, securing both her and Naomi's future. So, even more amazing, Ruth was, listen, she was taken care of, but she showed up. She listened, she obeyed. Her story is a powerful reminder that showing up, even when the path is uncertain, can lead to unexpected blessings and transformation. She lost her husband, but she was like, I'm staying with my mother in law. And the benefit of her staying was she was able to get another husband, a wealthy one at that, right? Homegirl was taken care of, and she ensured that her mother in law was taken care of too. So, showing up is beneficial. And sometimes showing up isn't not always when you show up, you're going to reap the benefits right away. Sometimes the benefits come later, but still, you have to show up. With showing up, you're able to experience personal and professional growth just by showing up. When you commit to showing up, you start seeing shifts in your mindset, your habits, and your success. Personally, it builds discipline. And y'all know, for those of you who've been listening to me from the beginning, my word for 2025 is discipline. I am working on discipline and trying to just really build some good habits, right? And so it builds discipline and self trust. Professionally, it sets you apart from those who are still hesitating. Me showing up at that event, it was a business event. So, of course, I'm learning information that's going to help my business and just my mindset, how I approach things. I'm learning from different people. There were different speakers. And then the cherry on top is just the connections with the amazing women there, with Kim Cole. It was amazing. So, showing up, it helps all the way around. Okay, you don't have to have everything figured out to show up. Sometimes we feel like we have to have the right clothes, the right outfits for these events, the right we have to have somebody with us. Sometimes you're going to have people with you, sometimes you won't, but you still have to show up. You just have to take the first step. And remember, every time you show up, you're proving to yourself that you're worthy of the opportunities that awaits you. So, how you going to know about these opportunities if you don't show up? So, you have to show up for yourself in order to experience those things. And you won't know until you get there. And like I said, not every opportunity is not every time you show up, you'll see opportunities just lying around. Sometimes it comes later, but you have to show up. So think about it. When's the last time you decided to show up for yourself, for your business, for somebody? So, my challenge to you today is, where in your life do you need to show up more? Is it in your business that you need to show up more? And in your business, what does showing up looks like? Is it going live? Is it posting more on social media? Is it finding ways to connect with your audience? How are you doing that? What about relationships? In your relationships, how are you showing up more? Last year, 2024, when it came to my just relationships, I told myself I'm going to show up by being more present, by spending time with folks more. So, and it's been going great because one of my girlfriends who we lost touch, and now we reconnected, and we've been once a month go out and have brunch, and it's been amazing. So, and even just for yourself, how are you going to show up for yourself? For me, I'm a go type of person. I'm always on the move. I'm always working on things. So sometimes showing up for myself is just taking a break, relaxing, resting. A good coach of mine told me doing nothing is doing something, and that it's okay. Because sometimes I'll be beating myself up when I'm just doing absolutely nothing. And she was like, that's doing something. Now, you can't stay there forever, but Doing nothing is doing something. And she helped set me free with that phrase, right? So think about how can you show up for yourself. Once you decide that, take that step today because showing up is the first step to leveling up. And here on this podcast, we are always working on leveling up, okay, to get to our next level. So I hope this resonated with you. I hope you got something from this. Go get my Wisdom Gifts book, please. I would appreciate the support. Go to wisdomgiftswithpauline.com. I will put the link somewhere down here for you as well so you can have access to that. But check it out. Look into it. Grab your copy. Grab a copy for yourself. Grab a copy for a friend. And just show, maybe you can show up for somebody by grabbing them a copy of my book, right? So, thank you for tuning in to the Next Level Her podcast. Again, if this episode resonated with you, share it with somebody that can use this, that can hear this. Share it on your social media if you want to, and tag me. I'm on social media as the Next Level Her podcast. And please don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss another episode. So until next time, keep showing up, keep growing, keep glowing, and keep stepping into the next level you. Okay? See you next time. Bye.